everyone, Liz Holterhouse here today on this windy, kind of rainy day in August, bringing you the market report update for July 2025. This is Liz from OBX for Sale Real Estate Group, powered by Keller Williams. And we're going to jump right into what is happening in Dare County for single family residential market trends for 2025. So in Dare County, we are still trending towards that balanced market. We're sitting on almost 4.6 months worth of inventory. That is down almost 10% month over month. Our list to sold price in Dare County is 95.9%. And our median days on market is 52, and that is up 52.94% month over month. The median sold price in Dare County is $596,500, and that is down almost 8.5% month over month. So in July, Dare County saw 145 new listings come on the market. That was an increase of 6.6% month over month. The median list price was $660,000, and that is an increase of 10% month over month. We have a total of 482 active listings in Dare County. That is down 7.5%. Median days on market is 98 days, and that is up 16.7%. And in the month of July, remember, we saw 145 new listings come on the market, and we saw 126 new pending listings go under contract. And that was an increase of 26% month over month, with a median days on market of 42, which was down almost 24%. We have a total of 166 pending listings. These are single family residential. That is up 16.1% month over month. Their median days on market was 59, and that is up 18%. We saw 98 properties close in the month of July. That is down almost 20%. The sold to list price was 95.87%, which was down 1% month over month. And our median days in RPR was 52, which is up 52.9% month over month. So to recap, we've got 4.6 months worth of inventory. That is down 9.1%, and that is a 12 rolling month change of a negative 3.8%. We are going to jump into Currituck County, but I'm going to add something today that we're going to do a little bit differently. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back into Currituck County, and we're going to do just Corolla because I want you to see the difference. And then we are also going to go into Southern Shores because it's part of Dare County, which is very much part of a balanced market, but it's a completely different story there. So I want you to understand, especially if you're thinking about buying or selling, micro statistics matter, and you're going to see why. So let's jump into Currituck County. Of course, Currituck County is divided. You've got Corolla and the four-wheel drive area as part of Currituck County, and then you come across the bridge from Kitty Hawk into Lower Currituck, and that starts at Point Harbor. Then it goes to Harbinger, Powell's Point, Jarvisburg, Grandy, Idlet, Coinjock, Barco, and then into the Moyock area as you go south to north. In Currituck County, we are right at a balanced market with 5.04% or 5.0 months worth of inventory. That is down 5.2% month over month. We have a sold to list price in Currituck of 99%. That is down almost 1% month over month. And our median days on market in Currituck is 45, and that is up 66.67% month over month. And the median sold price is $534,000, and that is down almost 1%. In the month of July, we saw 114 new listings come to the market. That is up 3.6% month over month. And we have a total of 403 active listings. That's down 3.1% month over month. And their median days on market is down slightly, 2.2% to 91 days. We have 81 new pending listings. That is down 9% month over month. And their median days on market was 59, and that is up 37.2% month over month. We have a total of 191 pending listings in Currituck County. That is down 8.2% month over month. And their median days on market is up almost 90% month over month. We saw 77 properties close in Currituck County. That is down 21.4% month over month. The list to sold price is 98.98, and that is down almost 1% month over month. The median sold price was $534,000. That is down 1% month over month. And the median days on market before the properties were sold was 45, and that's an increase of 66.7% month over month. So overall, in Currituck County, we have 5.04 months supply of inventory. That is down 5% month over month, and that is up 24.5% in the last 12 rolling months. So now what I want to do is, that was Currituck County at 5 months worth of inventory. I want to go just into Corolla, North Carolina. Now remember, Currituck County was just at a balanced market. Corolla is a completely different story. In Corolla, we are in a strong buyer's market. We have 8.36 months worth of inventory on the market. That's down 8.13% month over month. Our list to sold price in Corolla is 95.9%, and the median days on market is 74. That is down almost 25% month over month. In the month of July, we saw 29 properties come on the market, new properties come on the market in July. That is down 3.3%. The median list price in Corolla is $990,000. That is down 9.5%. We have a total of 154 active properties in Corolla. That's down 7.2%. Their median days on market is 97, and that is down 2% month over month. We have 16 new pending listings in Corolla for the month of July. That is down almost 24%. Their median days on market was 76, and that is down 26.2%. And the median list price of those properties, those 16 under contract, is $820,000, and that is down 6.8% month over month. We have 26 pending listings in Corolla. That's down 10.3%. Median days on market was 78. That's up 5.5%. And we saw 17 properties close in the month of July in Corolla, and that is down 32% month over month. The sold to list price, 95.88%. That's down almost 0.5% month over month. And your median days on market were 74, and that is down almost 25%. So overall, we have 8.36 months worth of inventory on the market in Corolla. That is down 8% month over month, and that is a 63.6% increase in the last 12 rolling months. So this is just an example as to why If you are looking to buy or sell in the Corolla market or the Duck market or Southern Shores, you know exactly what your microstats are. We often will give it by county or by area, but when I go out to do a listing presentation or when I'm working with a buyer, I will talk about the microstats of the different markets. So that is Corolla with 8.36 months worth of inventory, a strong buyer's market. Now let's look at another micro market, which is just down the road from Corolla, is Southern Shores. And Southern Shores has only got 3.4 months worth of inventory on the market. That's up 1.8% month over month. They are still in a pretty solid seller's market. Their list to sold is 95.8%, and their median days on the market is just 32. That is up 68%, but still just 32 days. They saw 4 listings come on the market last month. That's down 50% month over month. They saw 21 total active properties on the market. That's down 4.5% month over month. Their median days on the market is 74, and their median list price is $819,999. They saw 4 new pending listings go under contract. That's down 33.3% month over month, with 66 days median days on market. We saw 7 new properties go pending. That is down a little over 46% month over month. Median days in market for those was just 15, and that is down 53.1%. And we saw 9 properties close in the month of July in Southern Shores. That's up 12.5% month over month. Sold to list price is 95.78. And the median days on market were just 32, and actually that's up 68.4%. So Southern Shores telling a completely different tale than Corolla or the bulk of Dare County, with only 3.4 months worth of supply of inventory. Micro statistics matter is basically the story that I am telling you. Let's look at one more micro area, and that is Moyock, North Carolina, which still remains a very solid, strong seller's market. Moyock is at the far northern tip of Currituck County, and it borders the Virginia line. We've talked about that area a lot of people just escaping higher taxes and higher regulation and wanting land and wanting to get out of the city or coming over into the North Carolina area. Just 2.74 months worth of inventory on the market in Moyock. The sold to list price up there is over 100%. It's actually down almost 2%, but still over 100%. And their median days on market is just 16. They saw 39 new listings come to the market last month. That's down 18.8%. They have a total of 104 active listings. That's down 2.8% month over month, and just 63 days is their average or their median days on market, and that's down 24.1% month over month. We saw 34 new pending listings go under contract in the Moyock area. That is down 29.2%, with just 45 median days on market, and that's actually up 80% month over month. So that market may be shifting slightly too, but it also could just be seasonal trends. It's the end of the summer. It's more of a primary area. Your transfer season is by and large over with the military and the Coast Guard. Kids are going back to school, so that just may be some seasonality taking place there. There are 103 pending listings in Moyock. That is down almost 15%, with 51 median days on market. That is up 292.3% month over month. That's a huge increase. Again, that could just be a an odd month, but that also could just be seasonality and a trend that we'll need to watch. There were 36 sold listings on the market that closed in the Moyoc market. That's down 21.7% month over month. Sold to list price was 100.42%. That's actually down 1.8%, but the sellers up there are still getting over ask in many situations. And the median days on market was just 16. And even though that was up 14.3%, it's still very fast. Property is moving very fast. So Moyoc, another micro market sample, is at 2.74 months worth of inventory, and that is a solid sellers market. All of Currituck County, 5 months worth of inventory versus the 8 in Corolla and I think it was like 2.5 in Moyoc. So just in one county at opposite ends are telling opposite stories. So just an example as to why experience matters and why being able to dig down into some microstats matters to you as a buyer or a seller. We are going to shift gears to our Inner Banks, and we're going to go to Camden County, North Carolina, which is the first county that borders Currituck County as you kind of head west a little bit towards Pasquotank County or Elizabeth City. Camden County is definitely shifting to more of a balanced market. It's still a seller's market, but it's moving rapidly to a balanced market. There's just 4.04 months worth of inventory on the market over there. That is an increase, 10% month over month. Their list to sold is still hanging in at 98.9%. Their median days on market, although it's up 500%, that is a whopping huge number, it's still median days on market of just 36 days. That shows you how fast Camden County was moving and how strong of a seller's market it was. Again, some of that shift to seasonality. It's more of a year-round area. There's not as many people that transfer in this time of the year. School has either started or is getting ready to start. And by and large, our transfer season with the Coast Guard is over until next year. We saw 43 listings come on the market in Camden. That's an increase of 30% month over month. The median price is $430,000. That is down almost 4.5% month over month. We have a total of 69 active properties on the market in Camden. That's an increase of 15%. And that is 49 median days on market. That's up 14%. We saw 25 properties go under contract in the month of July in Camden. That is an increase of 40%. I myself have been shown a lot of property in Camden, and even though there are 69 total active listings, when you're trying to really dig down into what your client wants and you're showing property and you're trying to tick off boxes, there's not many properties over there on the market. It's still highly competitive. Out of those new pending listings, we saw 18 median days on market. That's down almost 22%. And we have 39 total pending properties. That's up 30% month over month. The median price of those, median list price of those pending properties is $459,900. Median days on market was just 17, and that is down 55%. Sold listings, we saw 13 properties actually go to closing. That's down 13.3%. Their sold to list price was 98.9%. That was down almost 1%. And the median days on market, although it was up a whopping 5%, another huge number, median days on market was just 36. So in Camden, we're looking at 4.4 months worth of inventory. That's an increase month over month of 10.1%. But in the last 12 rolling months, it is a negative 10.4% change. Some of that has to do with new construction. Some of the new construction, you've got Keeter Barn Landing and you've got Mill Run. Some of those communities are just about built out or don't have a lot of new properties on the market, and that makes a big difference in Camden. Now we are going to jump over to Pasquotank County. We've talked about this before. Pasquotank County going through a huge rebirth all the way around. It's the home of the Coast Guard base. It's the home of the blimp hangar in Weeksville. It's the home of 3 colleges. And it is also becoming a really big super area for Centera Health. Centera Hospital has built a new hospital, which opens tomorrow, is first day. August 8th is when they have their grand opening, and they will move their patients from the old location to the new location. And at the new location, there is also a cancer and chemo center, and it is out in the area where all the new retail and shopping and Super Walmart and Lone Star, all of that stuff is located. So big area growing up out there. Pasquotank County is a seller's market. We've got 2.49 months of inventory on the market. That's down 13.24%. That's a strong seller's market still. Our sold to list price is 98.9%. Our median days on market is just 17, and that's down 20%. New listings, we saw 83 new listings come to the market in the month of July. That was an increase of 9.2% month over month. You take those 83 listings, that gives us 172 total active listings. The median price of those active listings is $367,000. Total number of listings is down 10.4%. Median days on market for those listings is 78, and that is up 23.8%. Again, a seasonality shift there, but we'll also have to see if Pasquotank follows a little bit of a slowdown like the rest of the area has. Pasquotank saw 82 properties go under contract in the month of July. That was an increase of 3.8%. They had just 41 days on market, but that was an increase of 78.3%. That's a pretty big number as well, month over month. In Pasquotank County, we have 207 properties pending. That's an increase 2% month over month. Our median days on market for those were 27, and that, even though that's a small number, that was up 35% month over month. We saw 58 properties successfully close in the month of July. That is down 19.4%. Their list to sold was 98.93%. That was up 1.3%. And 17 days, median days on market, and that was down 19% month over month. So Pasquotank County is still a strong seller's market at 2.49 months worth of supply. That is a negative 13.2% month over month and a negative 16.4% in the last 12 rolling months. So today we talked about Dare County, we talked about Currituck County, Camden County, and Pasquotank County, which we normally cover, the Outer Banks and then the Inner Banks. But we also gave you some examples of some micro markets, Southern Shores, Corolla, and Moyock being those examples. And those micro statistics matter. There is definitely a huge slowdown in Corolla, and that's because by and large that's a want-based market and not a need-based market. Those are mainly second home and investors. It's also a little harder to get in and see and sell property in Corolla during the summer months. So the fall, we'll have to see if our trend picks up a little bit up there in the fall, and as we go into the winter and into next spring, that is when second home buyers and investors prefer to purchase. Also, it'll be interesting to see if the feds lower the interest rates and if it finally trickles down into mortgage rates in the third and the fourth quarter, what that does to our supply in those areas. Anyway, this is Liz Holterhouse, OBX for Sale Real Estate Group, powered by Keller Williams, coming to you today from my home on Churches Island in Coinjock, North Carolina. I can help you anywhere from the four-wheel drive area to the southern point of Hatteras and anywhere on the Inner Banks, Currituck, Camden, Pasquotank County, sometimes Hereford and sometimes Edenton. So just give me a call if you need to sell or buy something and we'll get to work. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of your summer.